Hi, it's Hira here, and today we are going to talk about a very important interview question. Why should we hire you? Alright, so now this question usually comes at the end of an interview, but it could also come at the beginning or in the middle in a slightly different form, which could be along the lines of, why do you think you're a good fit for the job? Why do you want the job? Okay, so either way, it's really, sort of different sides of the same coin. Why should we hire you? Why do you want the job? Essentially, it's getting to the same thing, which really is about match, okay? It's about the match between what the position requires and what you bring to the table, okay? So what are the skills and experiences that the job needs for it to get done, and then what do you bring in terms of skills and experience that would allow you to do the job well. And so really the genesis in answering this question well lies in your ability to make that match for them, okay? Connect the dots for them and show that everything that you bring to the table, your skills, your experience, your expertise, your talents, all of this lines up really well with the requirements of the job. And so really the answer to the question, why should we hire you, is because you're the best candidate. You bring with you an excellent match for what they're looking for. All right? So let's walk through an example. Usually examples are the best way to illustrate this. So let's say they ask you the question, why should we hire you? And say something along the lines of, well, from my understanding of reading the job description, and also, I did a little bit of research. I was on your company website. I've also talked to some folks that I know that work at the company. And so when I look at this job and when I think of who would be a perfect candidate for this job, what would a perfect candidate have? I feel like, there are three things that come to mind. And so this is where you highlight three things from, it should really be a clever way of summarizing the three main things that you think was in the job description, and then cleverly matching that to the three things that you think you bring to the table, okay? So, for example, you could say something along the lines of, when I look at the job description, the three things that really make me think are key here are, the top thing is obviously analytical ability, being able to really sort of work with a lot of data and be good with the analysis component of the job. And then the second thing seems to be experience in this particular industry and being familiar with the clients and what that role entails. And then the third thing might be, looks like from the job description, it seems like someone who is very versatile in terms of working with a lot of other people, collaborating across divisions, someone who can sort of take leadership when required, but also a good team player and can work within a fairly large team. And then you say something like, well, look at this. This is really interesting. This is exactly the three things that I would highlight from my experience and skill set when it comes to what I have to offer. So you go back to those three things and you say, well, when it comes to analytical abilities, that's, one of the key things in all my jobs, right through from college to my most recent job is, a very big component of it has always been analytical, data driven. In terms of experience in the industry, I have that. I have, X number of years working in this industry. I'm very familiar with the market, with the clients, etc., etc. And then thirdly, it seems like, you've highlighted a need for someone who's pretty versatile in terms of being able to work with a very wide cross-section of people and divisions. And, that's something that, pretty much every role I've been in really has had that element. And in fact, that's actually, one of those things that I really look forward to. I love big teams. I love collaborating with a lot of people. Cross-functional work across different divisions and departments is something that I'm good at, that I have quite a bit of experience with. So, in the answer to your question, why should we hire you, really is that I believe that, this is a really good fit. What I bring to the table and what I think you're looking for in an ideal candidate here are pretty much the same thing. So there you go. All right. So again, this is a framework. You don't obviously use the exact same examples or details that I gave you. The idea is you look at the job description, summarize it for them, highlighting 3 things or 4 things that you say to them is what you believe an ideal candidate would have, and then it's like surprise, surprise, that's the same stuff that I have, and then going through and showing how you have those 3 or 4 things. All right, okay, well, hopefully that's helped you a little bit with this question. It is a key question. It will come up in one way or another. The idea, the question of why should they hire you? Why do you want the job? And again, like I said, it really goes to the crux of the matter, which is the match between the requirements of a particular position and then what you bring to the table. All right, feel free to contact me if you would like some personal guidance with other interview questions. Okay, all right, thank you.